Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for being here. Today, we're gonna talk tubing mascaras. I have prestige brand, I have drugstore dupe type brands, so let's get into it and I'll tell you what I found. So I have tons of notes and nine different tubing mascaras. I will tell you a little bit about each of them, and then I also have them ranked. I have made lots of notes, what they say they do. We will jump in the order that I tried them, and then at the end, I'll rank them for you. Ranking is just my personal opinion. If there is one that you love that I have ranked low, it's just how it worked for me. I am looking for length and curl. I should say every time I do my mascara, before I do my mascara, I curl my lashes, and I did it every time through this because I have very short downward facing lashes. You almost can't see them if I don't have mascara on them. I have videos that I took each day showing one eye done and then both eyes done with each of the mascaras. What sent me down this rabbit hole is I love tubing mascaras. What I like about them is how easy they come off. That's what drew me to them originally. I am one of those people that when I go to take mascara off, I hate doing the process. The eye makeup remover, then washing your face and then cleaning up with whatever you've been left with for a raccoon eye underneath. I just did not love the process. And when Thrive Cosmetics came out, and I think probably it came in a box, and we tried one of their tubing mascaras, and I was like, yes, this is everything I have been wanting. And it was great length, great curl. And I thought, wow, all tubing mascaras must be for me. And I will tell you, as we went down this rabbit hole, they are not. I was just looking over my notes, and something else that I made note of, because one thing that I totally, honestly, it's the one that I put ninth, we try 9 here, was my least favorite. And I have had people in my comments say they love it. So in my ratings, we have to allow for the chance that maybe I got a dud tube. It could happen. I went to Ulta for some of these, Sephora for some of these. So it's always possible that I received a dud tube. First and foremost, and what started this, is the Thrive Liquid Lash Extensions. This is my absolute favorite. One of the things I do like about it, and this is very important to me, is the wand. As we went through this, I discovered how much the wands matter to me. This one is oops, not at all wide, and it comes down to just a nice, it's almost straight. See how it's a little bit conical, but I love this wand. The Thrive Cosmetics is $26. I feel like it gives me great length, great curl. Like I said, I always curl my lashes, and what I'm basically looking for a mascara to do is to lock it in place. I want to keep the curl that I get fake by using the curling wand. Curling wand. It goes on super easy. It's not too wet. It's not too dry. It's not at all irritating. There's no flaking, no rub, nothing. It's perfect. I love this mascara. You guys have heard me talk about it for years. I am in no way, by the way, affiliated with any of these things, even the Thrive. It's a nice heavy component, and it comes in 6 colors. They keep adding new colors, which is kind of fun. I've only tried the black, the brown, and the blue. I always go back to the black. I'm just a basic kind of girl like that. They say, powered by flake-free tubing technology to dramatically lengthen each lash from root to tip. It has orchid stem cell complex that supports longer, healthier looking lashes. It is dermatologist and ophthalmologist tested and approved, clinically proven to be gentle enough for sensitive eyes and safe for contact lens wearers. It is 100% vegan and cruelty-free. This is what started the whole thing, so this was the one that we did first. Next, we have the Blink. This is the Blink Lash Extensions Tubing Mascara. It has a $26 value. I'll show you what the brush looks like. It's a very nice brush, very much like the Thrive brush. It's probably got slightly smaller, what would be bristles if it weren't plastic, but this is one of the plastic ones. This is, and I don't know if you can tell, it's not old. It is very dry. I found this to be really, really dry. I didn't get any length or lift from it. It was just so dry. What I found most interesting about this is when I looked up the ingredients, it shares so many ingredients with the Thrive. It's so hard for me to believe they could be so different, and they are. They are absolutely, as my mother would say, chalk and cheese. They say it's a tubing mascara that builds the appearance of striking length and extreme definition with lash benefits. Formulation type is volumizing, curling, and lengthening. It is long wearing. They say it has biotin, castor seed oil, shea butter, very much like the Thrive. I didn't get any length that lasted. I had a little bit of flaking. What else did I say? I've been doing these for quite some time. Removing it, it was so crumbly and made tiny, tiny pieces that even once I rinsed my face, I found all over my eyes. I had to get a Q-tip and kind of go around my eyes to clean it up. I was just shocked that it could be so different from the Thrive. So this is the Blink. It's a very light component. I mean, it doesn't have to be heavy. Just because it's expensive doesn't mean it has to be heavy. It's just plastic. And it just strikes you as drugstore, not prestige. And it's a prestige price. Next, I tried the Milani, and it is the highly rated lash extensions. This one even comes in looking like a dupe. I mean, you know what I mean? Just the color of it, it just comes in looking like a dupe. Let me show you. The brush is very much the same as the Thrive. I like this brush. This is what I like in a tubing mascara. I like a nice tape. Actually, it's what I like in all mascaras. I like a nice tapered brush. Initially, when I tried it, I thought, okay, this is a true dupe for the Thrive. But as I kept applying it, it was almost too wet. I had a hard time finding separation because it was so wet that my lashes wanted to clump a little bit. Now, that might be just right there in the beginning off of a new one. If I had done each of these for a month or two, which would have taken years, I might have gotten different results, but right off the bat, it's a lot like Thrive, but it is a little too wet. And because of that wetness, when I would curl my lashes, I got a little bit of length and curl when I first put this on, but as I kept putting it on and then as it dried, I pretty much lost a lot of that pretty quickly. And I do keep it with the Thrive. And yes, I'm just gonna keep going back and using Thrive as my base because it's the one I tried first and it's the one that I love. I didn't find that my lightweight, tiny little lashes could hold up to the wetness of this and keep length and curl. There was no flaking, no smudging. I think probably if you were more interested in volume than length, this would be fantastic for you. They say Milani highly rated lash extensions tubing mascara, which is $13.99 by the way, if I did not mention that, dramatically extends and lifts lashes for a false lash look. This Japanese inspired lash extending tubing technology wraps each lash with a tube-like polymer to add instant lift and length. No flaking, no clumping formula. Applies seamlessly up to 16 hours and removes effortlessly with just warm water. It has the shea butter and castor seed oil in it also, cruelty-free, vegan, made in the USA. And I did find that this came off very well. All right, the next one gets a little different. This is the L'Oreal Double Extend. As you might be able to tell, there's a wand at each end. This is Blackest Black and it has a $13.99 value. My first reaction when I looked at it was, wow, this is just like a regular mascara. So first you do the nourishing and that is what that looks like. And I will tell you, when I put this on, I ended up with very long white lashes. So it did a good job. It stuck right to them. And then when you, I could never get used to the fact that these parts were and the wand was, anyway, as you can tell, or not, yes. The bristles are just like regular mascara and it's got a pretty good taper on it. So I don't really mind the brush. It's a little big for me, but that probably has to do with the fact that I have a really small space above, you know, for my lashes. And if the brush gets too big, actually we'll address one in a little bit that's an issue. It's just a problem for me. What I said about this, and I had to go back and look, is I said the downside. I didn't get much length, volume, or lift. It made them seem a little longer, maybe a touch more volume, but not a big improvement. But they say like most tubing mascaras, you can just keep applying over top. I felt like that wasn't helping this one and it felt pretty dry. So going over it again felt nearly impossible. It did not flake or smudge and it did come off pretty easily. None of them none of them came anywhere near removing as easily or as cleanly as the Thrive, but a lot of them came close. This was one of it. And what they say is they are long-wearing, smudge-proof, easy to use, ophthalmologist and allergy tested. It is a 2-in-1 lengthening mascara that provides up to 80% longer looking nourished lashes. The mascara primer is infused with ceramide R and D-panthenol to protect, nourish, and strengthen lashes. So this one kind of rode the middle of the road for me. It was very much like using a regular mascara, but it did come off pretty cleanly. Okay, next we have the LA Girl Volumatic. This was one of the ones that was in the drugstore side, and it was $7. What a bargain, and that really does have something going for it. They say you have to be loud to turn up the volume. Take your lashes up a notch with this water-resistant, volumatic, full-on mascara. It comes in 5 colors. It lifts, lengthens, and volumizes, repels oil, sweat, and tears. It is smudge and waterproof, intertwined, petal-shaped bristles, and it is cruelty-free and paraben-free. One of the funny things about it is, and I had to go online and look and make sure to double check when I was there, is it doesn't say anywhere on here. I kept some of the boxes of these, so if you went looking for them, you would know what to look for. It says nowhere on this box that this is a tubing mascara. Nowhere. It doesn't even mention it. So it's the LA Volumatic Lash Lifting Full On Volumizing. That is what the brush looks like. She's kind of a big brush, and those aren't my favorites, but at least it tapers, so I just mostly worked, 2/3 of the brush. I tried to stay away from this big fluffy part back here. This went on really well. It wasn't too wet, it wasn't too dry. I felt like it gave me pretty good performance. It faltered a little bit in taking it off. First of all, I couldn't even feel, so with tubing mascara, you can just either splash your face if you're doing it in the evening, if you're bad, and sometimes you're doing it in the morning when you're in the shower because you forgot to take it off the night before. I mean, it could happen. You usually can just rub your eyes, get them a little wet, rub your eyes, either place, anywhere you want, and it just flakes, and you splash and it rinses away. That's the beauty of tubing mascara. And then you have no panda eye, no raccoon eye. You can always feel the little bits. I couldn't feel any of these bits. It washed away probably 80%. So it did leave me with a little bit of left behind. So you will see that when I rate these, that does affect the ratings, because that's probably one of the biggest reasons that I use tubing mascaras. But as a tubing mascara goes, for $7, this one performed. All right, next we are going back over into Prestige Land. This is the KVD full sleeve. KVD full sleeve. I like the component of this. It's really pretty. It's a little lightweight, but I don't love the brush. It's smaller on the inside and bigger almost to a bulb on the outside. It's not my favorite. Spoiler, this is a good mascara. I don't love the brush. But that's a me thing. It's good length, good volume, decent curl. I didn't feel like after I put it on, after I used my curler, that it weighed down my lashes. The downside to this one also is when you get your face wet to rub it off, like you do with tubing mascaras, this one didn't come clean. It mostly came clean, but no, I definitely had to clean up under my eyes like I had used a regular mascara. So great mascara, but it faltered in the tubing arena cleanup. They say that it is a lengthening and defining mascara with 24-hour tubing technology that instantly wraps every lash like a full sleeve tattoo for flake and clump proof smudge resistant wear. When you're ready to take it off, full sleeve slides off lashes with just warm water and your fingertips. And this one, since it's on the Prestige side, is $25. Next, and how cute is that? We have the Bye Bye Panda Eye. It is only $4.99. I was very excited. I have tried regular Essence mascaras in the past and really liked them. So I was super excited for this one. I loved the little shape of the tube. I am so sad to report, I don't feel like I got much length or curl or volume with this one. And ironically, very ironically, because its name is Bye Bye Panda Eye. It's named Bye Bye Panda Eye. It wasn't. This one came off flat out like a full-on regular mascara. I had, of all of the ones that I tried, the worst panda eyes with this one. It was so incredibly disappointing. I wanted it to work so well. It's so cute. I love the shape and the feel of the tube in my hand. The brush is a little thick, and it's another one that almost thickens as it comes to an end, which is absolutely not my favorite. It's got basically regular bristles like a regular mascara. Tubing mascaras as a rule tend to have the more plasticky one, but there are a few that have just like the regular bristles. But I was very disappointed that once it was named Bye Bye Panda Eye, and so cute, that it was indeed the worst panda eye offender. It's made to last all day without smudging or clumping with our tubular formula. It is easy to remove with just warm water, vegan, paraben-free, oil-free, perfume-free, and alcohol-free. Next, we have the e.l.f. Lash Extender, which I think because of this up here is trying to do kind of a dupe callback to the Thrive Cosmetics. Let me show you the brush and then we'll tell you a little bit about it. I like the brush. The brush is very much like the e.l.f. or I think the Milani, all of the ones that I like. This is what the ones that I like look like. This is an inexpensive one, $7. When you put it on, it very much has the Thrive feel. I just felt like everything with this one was just turned down a little bit. Less length, less volume, less curl. Didn't come off quite as easily. It was very much like a dupe that didn't quite meet up to the standards. Very close though, but all just a little wrong. They say it is a lengthening mascara that uses buildable tubing technology to give a dramatic look and lash extensions. I love how everybody compares theirs to lash extensions because that's what Thrive's called. It says it wraps the lashes in lightweight tubes for instant buildable length. It's flexible, tapered silicone brush, grips and separates each lash. It is clump, flake, and smudge resistant. By the way, if you're looking for it, this is the box that it came in. Right, we are running back over to the prestige side. This is the Tarte Tartlet. I realized after I purchased this one that it also comes in a Tartlet XL, which pretty much says the same things, but this Tartlet is their tubing mascara. It is actually what I have on now because I wanted to try it again with trying to apply it twice, because it even says when they brag about it that you should not let it dry, but you should do 2 coats. So this is me with 2 coats. I don't think it looks much different than it did with 1 coat. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong. It's not bad. I came in with really high hopes for this one because before I jumped on the tubing mascara train, its Camera Lashes had been my go-to mascara for years. This is basically the same wand as the other ones that I love. It goes on well. You guys saw it on my eyes. I have some length, some lift. It is, did I tell you, it is $27. So it's one of the pricey ones. And I think that we have dupes over here that probably worked just as well as this. I think that's probably what some of it comes down to, is exactly what you're looking for, but it had some length, some lift. I don't feel like doing the second coat made a real difference. It says in its instructions that you have to take it off with micellar water or eye makeup remover. No, that's not the point of my test. The point of my test is to get it wet, warm and wet, and try and get it off, because that's what I love about tubing mascara. And it came off, like 99% of it probably. So it says to use micellar water or a remover. It's not necessary. If you get it nice and wet with some warm water and kind of, it came off very nicely, just like all the other ones. Better than some of the ones that bragged about how well they came off with just water. They say it is 24-hour flake-proof, smudge-proof microtubing technology that wraps each lash hair. Created without heavy waxes that weigh lashes down, it creates curled lash extension effect instantly. It has shea butter, castor oil, and carnauba wax. So this one was good. It was fine. It was fine. I don't know that it was a lot better than some of the dupes. This is what the box looks like if you want to go looking for it. Oh, that's it. I was looking for another one. We've done all 9. Well, that went pretty quickly. I realized I didn't show you a couple of the packaging pieces that I did keep. I will show you as we go in order of what I think I liked the best. And again, I'm not looking to yuck anybody's yum. If you use one of these and you love it and it works for you, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter how well it works for me if it works for you. But this is my opinion and how I, after a lot of consideration, how I decided to rank them. And just for the record, when you try different mascaras over 9 days and you keep trying to line them up, because I wanted to remember as we went where I thought it landed, it's really judgy to decide how you think you like them. So number one, without hesitation, I will again remind you, I am in no way affiliated with Thrive Cosmetics. I am in no way affiliated with them. Out of the box, zero hesitancy. The Thrive Cosmetics is the best. It goes on the best. It gives me the most volume. It gives me the most curl without weighing down what I just did with my curling wand. It's just good. And then it comes off in like a big old clump that you can just feel wash away. You have 0% panda eye. I love it. Thrive does have another tubing mascara I do not love. I don't remember what it's called. It's the one, it's better with volume. It might be something about volume. This is the liquid lash extensions. This is the good one. Next, and you have to bear in mind that I had to weigh how well it worked, how well it washed off, how much it cost, because you can't ignore that. Because if something is close to something else, you're gonna give the edge. Like if something's, I give a 79 and the other one I give a 78, but one's a third or less the cost of the other one, I'm giving it to the one that's 1 point less. If it's that close, I just am. Anyway, next we have the Milani. I felt like this was a really good dupe. I have the packaging on that too, in case you go looking for it. But this is the Milani. It's only $13.99, so it's half the price of the Thrive. I'm just gonna say right now, nothing's as good as the Thrive. Nothing meets the threshold of the Thrive. I don't know what they're doing over there, but they're doing it better than everybody else. So it's just degrees of how close you get and how much you cost. This one gets pretty close and it's half the price. So it's not enough for me. I'm gonna keep buying the Thrive, but you can't, you could get 2 for 1 almost, unless you get a sale at Thrive. You see the difficulty I struggled with in rating these? So number 1 was the Thrive, number 2 is the Milani. Number 3 is the Tartelette. I liked it a lot. It performed really, really well. It's $27. I hate that part about it. It really made me struggle with where to place it because $27 is a lot for a mascara, but it was really good. And probably this and Milani were pretty close together, and I gave Milani the edge because it's half the price of this basically. And that matters. At least it matters to me. Next, number 4, we're going with the KVD full sleeve. I know, I hate, I really do. I hate that for 3 of the first 4 are the prestige brands, but I want to give you my honest opinion of if I were buying them, in what order would I purchase them, and this would be next. It might do a little better with me, except I can't with the ball on the end of this. It's really difficult to get across there, but the tip is a ball, and it doesn't work for me as well. I'm sure most people use it just fine. It's just a me issue, but that made this number 4. Next, we have the e.l.f. It's kind of the middle of the road one. It worked okay. It didn't give me the length, the curl of the other brands that we've talked about so far, but it's not bad, and it comes in at $7, and that's really great too. And next, at $13.99, we have the L'Oreal Double Extend. It is the one that had the 2 wands, so you have a primer and your mascara. Both brushes are just like regular mascara brushes. It was fine. It was okay. It wasn't my favorite. I don't feel like I got the length and curl that I like. It felt a lot like putting on a regular mascara. That's just where I put it. Okay, this is one of the ones that I actually struggled with the most. It is the LA Girl Volumatic. It is $7. That's fantastic. The mascara performed really well as a mascara, as a tubing mascara even. I mean, it depends on what you go in it for. I struggled with this one because the reason I rated it so far down is because I didn't come off great. And for me, it's about the coming off. I don't want to worry about panda eye. I don't want to worry about cleaning up around my eyes after I take mascara off. That's what landed this where it is. Everything until now, there could be an occasion that would arise where I would purchase it. It could happen. It could happen. Maybe the first 4 go out of business and now I'm trying one of the other ones. It's fine. I don't mind that at all. They all had redeeming qualities to this point. These are the ones I would not purchase again. I would find a new way to mascara myself. In number 8, we have the Bye Bye Panda Eye. It wasn't great, and it left the worst panda eye, which is so ironic to me, and I'm basically so offended that they gave it such an adorably cute name, and it was a lie. It was just a lie. There was panda eye, and it makes me angry, and even for $4.99, I just can't forgive it because it's a cute name, and it was a lie. That makes me sad. Okay, last place was the Blink. This is the one that I slightly wonder if I got a dud tube because other people have said they like it, and it's horrible. This is horrible. It's very dry. There's no wet to it. I didn't get any length. I mean, it has mascara on it. You can see it's not dry to the point that there's nothing in the tube. I don't know if there's any way for me to show you this, but what is in here is just, it's dry. I got no length, no lift. It didn't come off. It's a hard no for me. There is no way, and this was an expensive one too, right? Like $25, $26. No, absolutely not. No, I would probably buy the Bye Bye Panda Eye before that because it's only $4.99, and if you're gonna have bad mascara, I'd rather have it for $5 than $26. Okay, so that is my review and my ratings of all of the tubing mascaras that I tried. There are other tubing mascaras out there. I didn't realize how many until I went looking. And there were a lot. And I expected I expected rating these to be much more difficult because I figured they would all have basically close to the same brush. They would have basically close to the same formula. They would all wash off easy peasy. And that was not the case. So I've made notes on all of this, and I didn't go over all of them, and I already have 45 minutes of tape. So if you have any more questions about any of these, I'm gonna put all of this back in my nice Ulta bag, although some of them did come from Sephora. If you have any questions, I will gladly try and answer them. Thank you so much for coming by. Let's talk about it down in the comments. Tell me how wrong I am and how something that I ranked really low is your favorite. I can take it because like I said, this is just how it worked for me and my short non-curled lashes, which who knows if I got a dud tube. The Bye Bye Panda Eye, that one makes me the saddest. Can you tell? I keep doing a callback to it. I really wanted it to be good. For $4.99 and such a cute tube with such a cute name. Anyway, my God. Thank you so much for coming by, guys. If you have any other questions, let me know below. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll know when I have more videos coming out. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye, guys.